A former Louisiana police officer remains on death row, after a state board deadlocked on whether or not to adjust her sentence. News.com has learned the vote was 2-2 on granting a clemency hearing for Antoinette Frank. A fifth member of the Louisiana Board of Pardons was absent from the Friday, October 13 meeting. Frank, 52, was convicted of shooting and killing fellow New Orleans police officer Ronald Williams II during a 1995 robbery at a restaurant. 2 employees of the restaurant were killed as well. Williams was a security guard at the Kim on Noodle House. Authorities say Frank and another person plotted to kill him because he owed her money for security work there. Frank's request for clemency follows the accomplice receiving it. Rogers Lacaze received a death sentence from a jury, but a judge adjusted it to life in prison without parole. Several supporters of Frank argued Lacaze was the gunman, not Frank. They add she went through trauma as a child. The Davis, California Vanguard reports some groups say Frank endured serial rape by her father. A clinical psychologist called the abuse catastrophic. But several members of Williams's family opposed any relief. According to WWLAM-FM, a son who was only months old when his father died called the petition absurd. WWL-TV noted board member Alvin Roche Jr. cited several disciplinary issues Frank has had while in prison. He had another concern as well. This isn't about being compassionate, the Louisiana Illuminator quoted Roche as saying. This is about creating an avenue, an interstate for this applicant to be released on parole. WVUE-TV reports all 56 death row inmates in Louisiana are asking for clemency from Gov. John Bell Edwards, who opposes executions. He will leave office Monday, January 8, 2024 due to term limits. But only 5 inmates were scheduled for preliminary clemency hearings on whether to advance their appeals to later hearings. The state board denied all 5 of them. Louisiana Attorney General Jeff Landry sued to stop outright clemency hearings, as did several district attorneys. Politico and other outlets note Louisiana voters elected Landry, a Republican, to replace the Democrat Edwards Saturday, October 14. Landry is considered conservative, and had the endorsement of former President Donald Trump. Landry wants all planned executions to go forward. He fired an attorney for the state parole board, who opposed him suing a different state agency to stop single-vote clemency hearings. Frank is the only female on Louisiana's death row, and one of 50 women facing execution nationwide. Louisiana has not executed a criminal since 2010. The Death Penalty Information Center website shows 28 criminals have been put to death in that state since 1983, most recently by lethal injection.